Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. Remember, it will not resonate with all Virgos. And remember, Tarot is here to help, not to hinder, that you can change your path if you don't like the path shown. So this is for Virgo. Hopefully new energies, positive energies coming in for Virgo. Full Celtic cross. See what we got here, some incoming energy. Hopefully it's a positive one. Let's see what's coming in. Maybe a happy home. Maybe this is what you're wanting. 4 Wands in the upright. Celebrations at home and just enjoying a home life with the 4 Wands in the upright coming in. Subject at hand. No longer holding back. No longer keeping things to yourself. Maybe even spending a little bit more. Maybe you're, like I said, enjoying yourself. What's crossing it? Communications are off with the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is somebody is not communicating well about whatever they're doing. Maybe you're not telling people what you're doing, or maybe someone's not telling you. Maybe someone's spending too much. What crowns you is the Queen of Pentacles. That could be you. That could be your goal. Maybe you're feeling unbalanced. You're not feeling self-sufficient, and maybe you're thinking too negative about the situation. Maybe you're just feeling like not secure, and your mind is stuck on that for some reason. Foundation, you're having trouble moving on from troubled waters with the 6 of Swords. In the past, you had a Tower moment. Something changed, something shocking, something you weren't expecting in the past. You can leave it in the comments if you know what it is, or you know what I'm talking about, if it resonates. And I'm going to be clarifying these, so bear with me. It'll change up the story or make it more interesting possibly. In the near future, you may have to drop a situation with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, possible future outcome and advice from the universe is the Ace of Cups. Someone may make a new offer, emotional offer. Sometimes it has to do with love and friendship and emotions in general. It's always a good card. What is coming towards you, the outside environment, is temperance, more balance in your life. Things on more an even keel. Hopes and fears, you're afraid about breaking free or flying under the radar or something. That's the 7 of Swords in reverse. I'm thinking it's a hope that you break free from a negative situation myself, because it's in reverse. And the outcome is the Page of Swords in reverse. You may have some words with somebody, or there may be some sharp words, and it could have to do with a younger person. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So I'm thinking you may go with something you knew that you love, or maybe it's advice of the universe to go on something that is more positive for you in an emotional sense, that brings you contentment, love, friendships, and stuff. But you are going to drop a situation. Let's find out what's going on. Now, you're no longer holding back, and it has to do with communications. Maybe you are going to say something. Maybe you're not holding back on what you're saying. That could be it, too. So, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, why are you there? As a subject in hand for Virgo. Yeah, you're going to end something and start something new with the World card. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands, crossing it, and the World, clarifying it. Why are you there? I like the World card. Always like that. Yeah, you may be offered something else. You may be offered a financial news of a new beginning. Not really a new beginning, but something you will like, news that you will like with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles could also be you in a way doing this, offering things or sending messages of financial situations or stability. It could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Now, what crowns you is the Queen of Pentacles. Again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They are in reverse. They feel like there's no stability. So, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, why are you there? For Virgo, that's what crowns them. Someone's going in a little bit of hermit mode, thinking, thinking about what they should do next about the situation at hand. Could have to do with that communications and starting all the way over Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit card in the upright while you're there. Ace of Swords, and you may speak your truth. And you may cut something out in your life that needs to be cut out. Foundation, someone is having trouble moving on from a troubled situation that upset them, that caused a lot of anxiety with the Six of Swords in reverse. So Six of Swords in reverse for Virgo while you're there as the foundation. You think something was just not bringing you very good luck and it wasn't positively moving forward. You feel like it's just wasn't fortunate for you. You felt maybe even taken advantage of in some ways. Six of Swords in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse while you're there as the foundation. Feel like you had some bad luck, and you're feeling a little like it looks like you lost your hope as the foundation. It's like you feel like there's no hope, and I don't know if I'll be able to move on, and it's nothing but bad luck. You did have a Tower situation though in the past, and I can see why you were feeling that way. The Tower in the upright while you're there for Virgo in the past. Yeah, you may have put up some blinders or boundaries because of a Tower situation. You chose not to even acknowledge it anymore with the Two of Swords has popped out. And there's a Six of Swords, and you're attempting to move on from, this troubled situation, but you're having difficulty doing so, even though you're wanting to. And you're trying to forget a Tower situation. Remember what I said about that is when something came, a shocking event or something you weren't expecting occurred that left things changed in your life permanently. In the near future, you will be dropping a situation with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You just can't carry that anymore. You can't deal with it anymore. It's just too much going on. So Two of Pentacles in reverse while you're there for Virgo in the very near future. Yeah, you may take up for yourself. You may step up to a situation and get on top of a situation and say, I gotta drop this. I can't do it anymore. Maybe a little defensive, but I don't think so. Rightfully so. Or, you're just trying to do what is right in general all the way around for yourself. So Two of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Wands in the upright while you're there in the near future. And you may move forward. You're moving forward now. You're dropping a situation. You're taking up for yourself. You're doing what is right. And you are the Knight of Pentacles, possibly, because that is Earth element. Again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And they're moving away from the situation. Now, possible future outcome or advice from the universe. If you take the advice from the universe, you could have this new beginning, this new emotional beginning of love, friendship, gifts, fun, things you love, So Ace of Cups in the upright while you're there as a possible future outcome and advice from the universe. Ace of Cups while you're there. Yeah, you're going to start a new beginning. It says start a new beginning. So you can get this new beginning, something you love. And something that's kind of like exciting, with the Fool card. So the Ace of Cups, the Fool card, both in the upright while you're there for Virgo. In August, actually. Yeah, and don't hold back. You got the Chariot there in reverse. I see you jumping into something, doing something good, but be careful of chaotic situations. Just make sure that when you jump into something, it doesn't, jumping from the fire pan, from the fire pan into the fire type situation. Even though I don't think you are, but there's that slight warning there. Just be careful when you go into these new endeavors that they're not going to mess up later on because you weren't looking out for the small details. It's not saying not to do it. You should still do it. Just, be careful. It's a crazy world out there. Now, what is coming towards you is a Temperance card, balance. Maybe someone wants to become more balanced with you, or maybe they're just trying to help you with the situation, but I need another card to know. Temperance in the upright, coming towards Virgo while you're there. Yeah, someone is trying to overcome a failed situation and regain balance with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That's usually like a failure card or coming out of failure. So Temperance, having more balance and overcoming failure. Remember what I said, you're moving forward, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're doing things right. So the Temperance in the upright, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, why are you there for Virgo? Is what is coming towards Virgo or the outside environment. Knight of Swords could have a lot to do with Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but they're in reverse. So you're trying to regain balance in your life, like I said, or a failed situation that could have involved the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords in reverse, their words kind of sting, you know. So I can see why you want that. But it is coming towards you more balance over a situation that was kind of not very positive for you. Now your hopes and fears, you're hoping possibly to break free from a situation with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Or maybe you're fearing this, that you won't be able to do it. Seven of Swords in reverse, why you're there for Virgo. Yeah, you don't want to hang around. You don't want to be stagnant anymore with the Hangman in reverse. You're done with this. You just want to go and start something new. Remember, we did talk about the World card. So I do think you're going to start something new. I think you're just remembering the past a little bit. Someone really messed you over, but it looks like you're slowly moving forward and breaking free. But let's see. We need more cards. Seven of Swords in reverse, the Hangman in reverse. Why are you there for Virgo? The Emperor in reverse, and you're afraid of controlling situations. Someone may over-control. Someone may be trying to dominate the situation. You just want to get away. You don't want to hang around for that one. Now in the end is the Page of Swords, and this is where abrupt words can happen. Maybe even arguments, sharp words. It could be a messenger, it could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra again, or just like I said, sharp words. You know, messages of that nature. So Page of Swords in reverse, why are you there for Virgo? In reverse is the final outcome. King of Wands, I'm thinking someone's really going to have some sharp words. That could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or like I said, someone with a really short temper and not emotions, but they're I don't want to say just a short temper. It's just that they fire off real easy, you know, on the words and their temper, and they're explosive, especially when you got the Page of Swords next to it. So Page of Swords, King of Wands, both in reverse while you're there. But you gain a victory. I'm thinking you may be the one that has something to say to the King of Wands that's in reverse, that's causing the stuff, and you'll gain a victory over it. Because it shows you gaining a victory over this negative situation. Remember over here, yeah, Four of Wands. Again, happy home situation. Remember here, it says if you follow advice from the universe, you can have a new beginning that you love. A new, you know, jumping into something new. Just be careful that things don't get chaotic on you again. Balance is headed your way from a failed situation. You know, something failed, but you're going to remain balanced. More balance is going to come in your life. You're getting a happy home. I see you trying to get out of a situation. Leave something behind because a tower came crumbling down. And you're saying to yourself, I'm moving forward. And I don't want to deal with over-controlling situations or over-controlling people sometimes. You may feel this way towards them. For some of you, you may have been doing this to somebody. But, you know, this is Virgo's reading, so we're going to call it for this happening to Virgo. The Seven of Swords in reverse, I just need to get out of here. I need to sneak away or break free. I need to get away. You've been thinking about it, and you've been thinking to have your say, but you may have words, but you may also gain a victory over this reverse sword situation in the King of Wands that shows you gaining a victory and eventually having a happy home situation in your life again. At least happiness and celebrations. So yeah, things, for some of you had a little bit of a problem. Something went amok. You had to drop a situation. It was a little bit troublesome. You had trouble moving on, or maybe someone else did, but you felt like it was unfortunate. It was nothing but bad luck, and it was hopeless. And you decide to move forward as a Knight of Pentacles and get on top of things with the Seven of Wands. Do what the universe is telling you. Take that leap of faith and the Ace of Cups and move forward and gain a victory over the negative situations that in the end you will gain a victory. Because it shows, again, the Four of Wands and the upright as the final outcome. Okay? Bye.